idea got started from one of our supporters who had seen the second plane hit the second tower. She watched the search and rescue dogs and the other canines serve tirelessly every day, and she felt that there had not been any recognition of the dogs. So she approached us about doing something. We thought that was a worthwhile cause, and as we began to research it, we found out there had not been any national recognition. And that led to the beautiful and patriotic ceremony that we had on 9/11 at Liberty State Park.
A lot of people and the dogs never got any recognition for all the work that they did for 9/11. They're not looking for any rewards, they're not looking for any honors. They do that because that's what they do. And it takes a lot more work than people realize.
As the parade began to assemble, there were 100 American flags lining Liberty Way, with the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island bearing witness. The wind came up and the flags were flying so proudly straight out. The route was lined with breeds of dogs who were currently serving search and rescue. They were there to honor the 9/11 teams that served. We literally had teams from the East Coast and all the way through the country, the West Coast.
As they marched and came down the walkway, the setting was very, very beautiful, and all of those that were there to walk through that arch was a feeling that I would never forget. To see the tears, to see the emotions of all of these people paying tribute to the dogs and to those who served our country so well.
As the Joint Service Guard leading our parade got to the corner of Liberty Way, unexpectedly to us, the families who had been at Ground Zero for their solemn ceremony were coming back on the ferry, and they merged. It was actually a moment that I will never forget in my entire life. And as our parade moved forward and they stood in line to go through the Arch of Honor, the looks on the faces of the 9/11 honorees moved me to tears. I was literally put my head down. I was weeping. And I looked at their faces and there was so much emotion. I didn't really know how to define it. It was just an honor for them to experience. And I have to say, I've done a lot of things in my life, but I have never been more humbled.
The men, women, and dog teams who searched the rubble for weeks did so quietly with dignity. They were unmotivated by any sense of gain as we think of that term. It is to them that we pay honor on this 10th anniversary. They have not asked for it. They have never expected it. As much as any, they are deserving.
Lieutenant Lim, who was one of our guests of honor, was one of the 13 survivors found under Tower 2. Lieutenant Lim is a Port Authority bomb detector handler, and his dog Sirius was the only dog who was killed on 9/11.
Sirius was my partner and my friend. When I say that, I mean that thoroughly throughout my heart, as most of the people in this audience know, all being dog lovers. Well, what I want to remind everybody that this award is not about Sirius dying, but it's about how Sirius lived, defending the people of the World Trade Center. I want to take this opportunity to thank all the military personnel that put forth their lives in defense of our liberties.
important thing for America to know about the working dogs is that on a very personal level, they serve human beings every single day. They are highly skilled and trained professionals who are not yet recognized for what they do. And to the best of our knowledge, we have been repeatedly told that technology cannot, at this point, replicate the unique skills that they have.
I'm grateful to have had the chance to just help a little in organizing and bringing together some recognition for the value of a well-trained dog and how they serve mankind and have since the beginning of time.
So every single day, whether you're an animal lover or you know about working dogs, they are out there making a difference in your life and in America's life.
When you have a working dog, you're constantly working with these dogs, and they fill a place in your heart. Sorry.
Time and time again, the dogs in their lives have shown that watchful, determined, alert, fearless, loyal, and obedient are not mere words. They are the difference between life and death.